Football is a beautiful game. 22 men chase a ball for 90 minutes, and the way they squeeze their way into the opposition defense. This is emotional. This is anarchic. This is uncalculated. This is uncontrollable. This is dangerous. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode with FC RAMSAY, where today we are talking about not one but two legendary upcoming players of the DFB national teams, the Mysterio, the class, the brilliance, Florian Wirtz and Jamal Musiala. Germany were upset against Hungary in their home soil after being a defeat against Spain in the Euros. That handball of Cucurella, that is debatable. But under Nagelsmann, Germany has born from the ashes. The absence of Toni Kroos, Ike Gundogan, Thomas Muller, and Manuel Neuer, and Antonio Rudiger, Germany outclassed Hungary with a brilliance of 5-0. This is what we are talking about in this game, which was between Germany and Hungary. The maximum goal scorer of the Euros, Jamal Musiala, he was awarded before the starting of the match. It was a quite good accolade for him at such a young age. He is receiving those awards. Florian Wirtz being the assist he is providing in the team. The movement of these two players, the way they are flying in the DFB team, this is really going to be a phenomenon in the upcoming decade. Mark my words, guys, Hungary were unbeatable in the last 16 games. They had defeated Scotland with a margin of 1 goal in the Euros, but unfortunately, they were evicted from the group stages. See, Germany had a decent starting lineup. If we talk about over here, that there was the absence of senior players in the German teams, the absence of the legendary past 10 to 15 years of performance from the talented players were not seen in the game. But the Germans were quite young. Fulkrug being the sole striker, he started very well. Musiala and Wirtz, I mean, they are a pure class. How about how to explain them or how to describe their awareness in the field, their incisive runs, their amazing sprints? I mean, with the assist of Gross and Endrick, the midfield of the Germans were looking tremendously solid and rigid for the Hungarians to get past beyond them. See, Gross is a player who doesn't have much international exposure at such an age. But 2 years, 3 years down the line, if you see his performance, he has been gradually improving into a pivot midfield player of the DFB. Schotterbeck and Ta, they are quite young, but Ta being having the experience of getting the league the past season, he has developed into a very good center back. Schotterbeck, he is quite aggressive. At times, he is into the opposition defense. But yes, his defensive tactics, I would, in place of Schotterbeck, if I would have got Rudiger, it would have been much more advanced. But despite the injury problems, he wasn't present. Rom at the left back. Rom is a player who is more aggressive. He is always attending to get into the opposition wings, give the crosses. He never tries to cut into the roaming flank positions or the midfield positions of the opposition. He plays quite as a winger at times, and that is what Nagelsmann was doing with his tactics in the formation 4-2-3-1. Rather, I would say it was a 3-5-2 formation. Marc-Andre ter Stegen from Barcelona, he got a stable position in the DFB team due to the departure of Manuel Neuer, the legendary Manuel Neuer, who just retired from international duties, and Marc-Andre ter Stegen got his position safe. And in this game, if you ask me, I mean, ter Stegen, he never got that chance to perform because the Hungarians were not proficient enough to get into the German defense lineup. See, Ander ter Stegen is a player, he remains at the defensive positions at times. He was a player who started his career as an attacking goalkeeper, but gradually, as a decade has passed on, he has made his mark more prominent into the position of a defensive goalkeeper. But yes, the German defense were quite strong, and the goalkeeper didn't have a chance. Only once I saw the different screw back position in which Mark-Andre ter Stegen just deflected the ball. I felt that it was Manuel Neuer's soul present over there who is doing those saves. Kimmich, what a versatile player. The first captain being appointed after the era of Manuel Neuer and Thomas Muller has ended. Joshua Kimmich, I mean, this player, he is so versatile. He can play at so many positions. His right backs, his defensive midfields, his attacking midfields, his right wingers positions. He gives away crosses from there. I mean, such a versatility in a player is really very hard to see, and he's a performance oriented player. Every game you watch, if it's of Bayern Munchen, if it's of DFB team, he has been performing so applaudingly well. I mean, this type of players, they are the boost for the team in the defense as well in the attacks. In the Hungarian lineup, if we call, see, Sholoi, Schlaller, Karkes, Sozopslai, they were all tending to move into the German attacking positions on the left side of the field. It was quite rare to see that the right midfield of Nego or Sozopslai, they were trying to penetrate from that positions because they were not that good enough in the tactical abilities against the Nagelsmanns, because the attacking midfields of the Germans, where they were penetrating into the defense many a times, this was quite amazing. See, 56% positions by the Germans, 44% by the Hungarians. This was quite a decent performance from the Hungarians after their first loss from 16 last games after the Euros. So Marco Rossi, the Hungarian manager, he must be thinking he must have to improve his gameplay against such tactical inputs from Nagelsmann. The Pavlovic, Maximilian Bayer, Benjamin Henrichs, Robin Koch, such players, when they were appointed in the second half after the 70 minutes of substitutions, German defense was a bit fragile, bit, I mean, they were not at that par what they were playing in the first half, but they were more into the attackings. I mean, see, if you are up with 2 goals or 3 goals margin in a span of 65 minutes, then also the tendency of scoring, the mentality of getting more goals. Nagelsmann is doing his job very perfectly and very honestly. All praises for the German teams, all praises for the DFB teams. Everyone is praising their presence, especially Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz. Not much to talk about Kai Havertz, because see his position in that he was quite unlucky. He just got hit with the post so many times. He was just off the nets so many times. He was trying to convince such type of players needs motivation. Such type of players need that moral boost, the support from the team. Definitely he is going to perform well. He had a goal in a penalty also, but then also there is a performance glitch in Kai Havertz, which is seen most of the times. Definitely he is going to improve in the upcoming stage. He is only 24 to 25 years of age. There is a scope of improvement. There is a chance he may come bright. This was all about Germany and Hungary. Netherlands had a convincing win of 5-2 against Bosnia and Herzegovina. This Zergzi, Reineders, Gakpo, Weghorst, Simons. I mean, this team is also quite defensively as well as attackingly a definite. I mean, a winning team in the scoreboard, which will be seen because on Tuesdays, DFB will face the Netherlands on this stage. So, see, in Zergzi, he's a deep lying player in the formation. He is a Bayern Academy player. He plays so well. Ryan Edders, Gakpo, Gravenberch, Van Dijk, Delict, Dumfries. I mean, such type of players in the defense with the presence of Ake, Timber. So Netherlands are going to be quite attacking in the Tuesday's game. I expect like that under Ronald Koeman. But see, Koeman has its tactics quite delayed from the modern football. In this modern football, the presence of the new formations, the new tactical game plan, which is being implemented, especially after the era of Guardiola. I mean, I won't say that they are the versions of the Guardiola 2 or Guardiola 3, but such type of formation tactics gameplay is needed in the modern football to improve, to get the goals. See, Netherlands had a decent performance. They were playing good. I mean, they overcome their Euro 224 disappointment in style. Germany too came from the ashes of the Euro 224 in style. I mean, what a start with a 5 goals, convincing 5 goals game in the startup. So I expect that would be a definite very good match the DFB facing against Netherlands this Tuesday. The next which we will be talking about was Ireland and England. See, England had a convincing 2-0 win. This was much expected. England got their Nations League campaign up and running over the Republic of Ireland, and their first victory in Dublin since 1964. This was a record to be mentioned quite prominently. See, England were quite decent in their performance. I won't say that the England defensive lineup with Maguire, with Gueye, Alexander Arnold, Colville, they were looking convincing. The role of Declan Rice along with Kobe Manu, though he didn't perform well at United in the past 2 to 3 games, but the performance of Declan Rice quite made this mark for Lee Carsley, the newly not uh, not the manager of England as for now, but he has been appointed for the time basis for being virtually being the manager of England. I mean, that was a Southgate's resignation, and Lee Carsley being appointed as the interim manager, not being appointed solely confirmedly. Hopefully, England will have a good manager in the future and their performance will improve, especially with Bukayo Saka, Grealish, Gordon, Harry Kane being the performer, the striker. England were missing Phil Foden. England were missing Bellingham. But then also the team overcame. They had their tactics simple against Ireland that they had to put the goal behind the goalkeeper into the nets of the opposition defense, and they performed well. This was a convincing game from England. I rather felt it. This performance of England was better than the Euro 224's performance. What are your opinions? What are your sayings about this Nations League matches? And what do you feel that I should make more content about it? And do post about it, do comment about it, and yes, do like, do share, do subscribe. Thank you guys.